Femboys are the new chats. You may not like it, but this is what peak male looks like. It started with anime, and from there, it spread into TikTok and One Direction fanfics. Life imitates art. Rumor has it that now, the femboys even walk among us. Not just as figures of our wildest fantasies, but as real, living men. That's right. The odds that you can go to McDonald's for a 10-piece without seeing a femboy are no longer 100%. In fact, it may even fall to 0 once the Ronald McDonald Femboy Amendment passes in Congress. How did this happen? And why are we so into it? How do the femboys hold so much power over humanity? Well, as one of the leading researchers of the femboy species, I will answer all of that and more. But let's start by getting a full picture of a femboy in our minds. And try not to achieve that by opening any incognito tabs. Let's break it down together. Femboys are made up of 3 key ingredients. And the most common misconception by far is that a femboy is a man with feminine traits. Is this true? The answer is, it's complicated. I can see you raising your hand in protest. Lucy, how the fuck can someone be a femboy if they're not feminine? It's in the name. I knew you were stupid, but I expected more from a degenerate like you. Hold your horses. A femboy can certainly have feminine traits, but a man who likes to wear skirts and simultaneously rocks a Hagrid Gimli Thor beard is no less a femboy than the one who shaves his armpits. That's right. This guy and this guy, they are equally as femboy as the other. Let that sink in. Because understanding this is the first step towards becoming giga-brained. It's also more than just wearing feminine clothes. Yes, every femboy will wear feminine clothes at some point, but doing so requires another trait. Security. See, if you want to wear a skirt, insecurity and self-denial can stop you from doing this, thus preventing you from becoming the femboy you were always meant to be. So all femboys have to be secure. The femboy puts on makeup and he does not ask himself, what does this say to the world about the size of my package? He knows his primordial hot dog is a hulking monster that swings from side to side and can knock out an unsuspecting mammoth. If anything, putting on makeup only makes it grow 10 more inches. You think he's never been called mean names before? Of course he has. This guy got shoved into lockers so many times as a kid, the very sound of a metal door slamming only arouses him further. Do you truly believe calling this guy a girly clown could make him so much as flinch? Fuck no. This man embodies everything the Alpha podcasts try and fail to teach you. The important thing here is that it's not necessarily about being feminine or identifying as feminine, but being at peace with the fact that other people may see you that way. Catch the difference there? Good. For being such a diligent student, you get a cookie. Take it. Take it. Now, and the most subtle key trait of a femboy is courage. Yeah, maybe not all femboys have a lot of confidence, but all femboys have courage. How else would you describe a man who struts into a Dick's Sporting Goods in high heels? Do you just so happen to know of any famous femboys with courage? Ah, I see that little spark of awareness in your eyes. It's Link. He literally owns the Triforce of Courage. Nintendo was on the cutting edge of this femboy science, writing the very first research papers and distributing them in secrecy. Ocarina of Time was a test to see just how much power the femboy race truly had. I can only hope Nintendo was satisfied with their cursed and unfathomable riches. This also explains the Link and Zelda confusion from normies. The low IQ take is that it's because Zelda is in the game title, but no, it's because no one ever looked at Link and then questioned the fact that he could be a girl. His femboy nature has always been an open secret. Look me in the eyes. You know this to be true. What I'm getting at is, femboy is a state of mind. You must make a conscious decision to be a femboy. This is one of the most important choices a man can ever make in his life. Right up there with uninstalling League of Legends. This state of mind is euphoric, almost transcendental. Femboys have reported feelings of godhood. And with the way we have all begun to worship them, you don't need to ask why. But you're here to figure out why they're getting all the maidens. I think I've already made a good case for their appeal, but since you've been so patient, I'll dive even further into that pussy and show you exactly what it is that makes us so powerless before their seduction. I think one thing that bears mentioning is that women are hot as fuck. Many people are saying this. Even straight women will say this. For example, take a nice soft pair of booba. Even the most hetero of hetero girls will appreciate a good set when she sees one. Nod to herself. Think, yes, those are well shaped. We can't help it. no one is immune to the pull of the booba. So imagine us when we see a nice pair of thick thighs and a miniskirt. You think we give a fuck who it belongs to? No, we appreciate it, as any God-fearing citizen should. We also have the strong allure of pegging. Sometimes, you just want to know what it's like to control the motion of the ocean. Now, to be fair, I'm theory crafting here because I've never been blessed with this opportunity. Will we get bored of doing it within a few minutes? Maybe. Will we therefore appreciate the work men put in towards doing all that movement? Almost definitely not. But will we enjoy the feeling of superiority and power? Absolutely! The femboy is willing to give his partner the illusion of power because he knows he has control over all man-made elements. He fears nothing. They are the true avatars of our time, and a puny little strap can't threaten him. And this next part may be shocking to you, but femboys are also chads. It's surprising because... really? But listen, chads want to get with femboys. We all know this. Which means that chads are fucking femboys. But if chads are doing that, then femboys are also fucking chads. Read that a different way. Femboys are fucking chads. After all, what's the main trait of a femboy? Right, his security. I don't know about you, but being secure sounds like a chad trait to me. A man who's secure enough is willing to hold your hand in public and introduce you to other people as his girlfriend. Aww, we're so impressed by the absolute bare minimum. They also play into the house husband fantasy. We don't talk about it often, but every woman fantasizes about being the breadwinner and coming home to a submissive guy who already has food cooked for them and will let them use their body as a footrest. Bonus points for a maid dressing cat ears. Even better if he does a little pose and goes like, "Yeah, mistress, okaeri nasai." The moment he sees you open the door. Wait, I might be projecting. Anyway, never mind that. Questions! Ray, you must have some questions. Don't worry, I got you covered. And I know the number one question on your mind right now. How can a femboy be straight if all the women he's with are pegging him? Now this is a great question. It's almost the same question as if I punch you with my left hand, but I'm right-handed, did I really punch you at all? Maybe the real question should be, am I experiencing true happiness if I don't even know what that prostate do? God put it there for a reason. I'm just saying, you should think about why. And then we have the second most common question. Are all femboys breedable? Is pegging a required initiation ritual? Allow me to ease your fears. The answer to this is no. Well, it's fine, nay, encouraged to enjoy the old strap. Dominant and infertile femboys exist in droves and are inherently valid. If you think a femboy wearing a skirt cannot possibly in charge of the, shall we say, pistoning, that's a problem of your imagination. A problem that real Stacys like myself don't have. But perhaps the most important question of all is number 3. This sounds great. Should I become a femboy? If so, how? I'm glad you're asking yourself the big questions. Just know, we're all here for you. First, ask yourself if you're willing to walk the path of true enlightenment. How many dojins for Astolfo and Link do you even have downloaded? Because I'll tell you right now, it's not enough. Becoming a femboy is hard work and will require you to train your mind far beyond its limits. You think becoming a Super Saiyan looks difficult? Then quit while you're ahead. Femboys rarely take on apprentices, and if you want to attract a femboy sensei, you're gonna need to start training now. And most importantly, are your goals pure? Are you becoming a femboy for pure selfish gain? Or are you trying to make the world a brighter place with your thigh highs? We have so many clout chasers as it is, and true femboys can sense if that's your goal. Wanting simps is not enough. You must want to cleanse the world of its wicked ways and introduce them to femboy freedom. Many of the femboy rituals are kept secret from us weeb girls, but I know that once you become a femboy, you'll be expected to teach other men how to do the same. It's an ancient tradition that is only passed down to the most worthy. So if you don't think you could handle seeing yourself put into a TikTok, YouTube femboy compilation, then I don't think this is the right career path for you, buddy. Well, my dear students, we've covered a lot of important ground in today's lesson. Whatever you do with this information, let's all take a moment to give the femboys in the world a round of applause. There's a little femboy in all of us, I believe. Just like there's a little bit of water inside of us. Or a lot of water. Like 70% or something. Who the fuck manages to get these statistics? Who was finding out that humans are 70% water? Despite having no scientific experience, I'm positive there are no reasonable methods. Are we draining humans like water balloons and measuring the fucking dried out carcass and the water against each other to determine this? Or is this just knowledge bestowed upon us mysteriously by femboys and we are cursed to never understand? Where was I going with this? Oh yeah! Submit yourself to the femboy overlords or perish!